Hey everybody, movie reviewer next door here, and I'm back on another review. This time I saw oh Underworld Endless War. It's kind of hard to see that. This is a 2011 anime short compilation, action horror short compilation directed by Juno John Lee, and it stars Laura Harris, uh, Mark Oliver, Trevor Duvall, Brian Dobson, and Paul Dobson. In this series, the series follows Celine across three separate periods in history as she hunts a group of Lycan brothers. So, what did I think of this? Well, this isn't going to be like a super long review, but I did just want to talk about some of the things it gets right, and um, I don't know. I just thought it would be kind of completionist of me if I actually did a tiny bit longer review on this. It's basically this was made to set up the events of Underworld Awakening because was um the last film was Rise of the Lycans, which was backstory to not Craven, Victor and shit. What's the other guy's name? Lucian. I think Lucian is his name. I'm tired. Um, and we haven't had a movie with Kate Beckinsale since the one in 2006, Awakening. So this this short thing came out 5 years after. So that this is kind of to set up it's kind of backstory from different times that's not really needed, but it's still cool to see. And it's kind of setting up Awakening, but I'll get to that. The cast, Laura Harris plays Celine. I think she gets the voice down pretty well. She's trying to copy Kate Beckinsale's cadence as the character, and I think she does it well. Mark Oliver plays Michael Corvin. He's not really in it until the third part thing, or the part three. Um, I think Mark Oliver does fine as the character. He matches the cadence of the character in the movies, even though I'm not huge on the character in the movies. Trevor Duvall plays Darius, Craven, and Lord Clovis. He does a good job. Brian Dobson does a good job as Crandrel, and Paul Dobson does a good job as Vrigas. So all good jobs voice acting wise. Again, this is a short thing, so I mean you didn't need amazing voice acting for it, but that's one thing I can give it. Acting is good. The visuals from I forgot what studio animated it. Uh, Let me see. Animated by Titmouse. I've never heard of them. Uh, Let me see what they worked on. Avatar: The Last Airbender main title sequence, Metalocalypse, S- Afro Samurai opening, Attack of the Show, Mad, Venture Brothers. Yeah, interesting body of work. But yeah, the animation here isn't fantastic. It kind of reminds me of the animation of Dead Space Downfall in a way where the 2D animation isn't bad. It's just kind of lowish frame rate and very like it's going more for fast than smooth, if that makes any sense. Like certain anime that don't like kind of how the newer Puss in Boots movie, the the characters during the animated or action scenes are animated in lesser frames to kind of like speed things up or make it seem faster. That's kind of what they're doing here. The animation during the action scenes in this is pretty all right. Sometimes it looks a little awkward. That's part of my issue with it. The animation can be a bit awkward looking. Uh, but most of the reason you're watching this is because you're a fan. of Underworld as a series, and I think if you're an Underworld series fan, you'll get a kick out of this. You'll enjoy it. You'll like the animation. You'll like seeing Celine be a badass again, which I do like Celine as a character. And you'll enjoy her just killing off these reprehensible characters, even though like the Lycans are kind of the good guys at this point or whatever, but um and I think it does a good job of setting up what the difference with Celine and humans in the future, where um where in the future she's like in the past she's like tried her best to not kill humans because she has no qualms with humans. And from what I've heard, she does kill humans in the fourth film because they're being hunted down by the government and everything. The government's been turned against them. Uh, Vampires and werewolves or lichens. So it makes sense to establish that in this. Um, but yeah, not a lot I can really say about this, but it is an interesting little thing. I'm glad I saw it. It's if you want to see it, it's on YouTube. Just look it up, Underworld Endless War. I think it's in 720p. I think it was only ever released on in standard definition. But yeah, definitely check it out if you're into it. Again, um it's nothing like super special or anything. It's not like a must see, but if you're an Underworld series fan, I think you'd get a kick out of this. But yeah, that was my review of Underworld Endless War. If you've seen this, uh, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. If you have any recommendations, put them down there as well. And movie reviewer next door.